Hey guys, favorite maths teacher here. Today it's Paul and welcome to Paul's Maths Labs. And today we're going to be looking at something quite simple and it happens to be called simplifying ratios, okay? So without further ado, let's get down to it. So simplifying ratios, what is simplifying ratios? What does it mean? So it's for me personally, it's very similar to fractions or simplifying fractions because if you remember, ratio is just another way of describing a whole, okay? So if you remember fractions, simplifying fractions, that was actually quite easy. So if I just do a quick example of one. So for example, we have the fraction 4/6 and we want to simplify it to something to its most simplest form, okay? So we would need to think of a number that goes into both 4 and 6. So for example, 2. And then we'll divide both the top number and the bottom number by 2 by saying how many 2's go into 4? 2. Well, 2's go into 4. How many 2's go into 6? 3. Okay, so what we've actually done to get there is we've actually divided by 2. Okay, and divided by 2 to get to that number there. Okay, so that's basically what simplifying ratios is going to be as well. So for example here we've got the ratio 8/4. So that basically means that our whole has been split up into if we look at our whole, if we add up these two numbers together, 8 and 14, that will basically give us our whole, which is 22. So we basically split up our 22 into 8 and 14 parts, okay? So anyway, we want to simplify it. So we need to think of a number that goes into both 8 and 14. What's the biggest number that goes into both 8 and 14? This is where our looking at factors, highest common factors go in. So 2. 2 is the biggest number that goes into 8 and 14. So what we're going to do is we are going to divide both of them by 2. Divide by 2 and divide this side also by 2 as well. Okay, so 8 divided by 2 will give us 4 and 14 divided by 2 will give us 7. So this ratio simplified will give us 4/7. Okay, now we're going to look at this one, 6 and 15. What's the biggest number that goes into both 6 and 15? It is 3. Okay, so again we are going to divide both sides by 3, divide that side by 3 and divide that side by 3 as well. So 6 divided by 3 is going to give us 2 and 15 divided by 3 is going to give us 5. Okay, now again for this one, 15 and 20, the biggest number that goes to both of them is 5. So we're going to divide both sides by 5, divide by 5 and divide this side by 5 as well. So 15 divided by 5 is going to give us 3 and we've got 20 divided by 5 is going to give us 4. Okay, so it's been simplified to 3/4. Okay, now let's look down here. 35 and 21, what number goes into both of them? Biggest number is 7. So we're going to divide by 7. So 35 divided by 7 is going to give us 5. 21 divided by 7 is going to give us 3. So we've got 5/3. And then we've got this ratio here that has been split into 3 parts, 3 different sorts of parts. So let's do it. So a number that goes into both 6, 12 and 8, well, the number that comes to mind is 2. So we're going to divide all of these numbers by 2. And also this one as well. So divide all of them by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. And divide that one also by 2. Okay. All need to divide all of them by the same number. 6 divided by 2 is going to give us 3. 12 divided by 2 is going to give us 6. 8 divided by 2 is going to give us 4. So it's been simplified to that. 3 to 6 to 4. Okay. Now, last one here, 16, 40 and 56. What number goes into both of them? The highest common factor in both of them is actually indeed 8. Okay. Oh, don't know what happened there. So we're going to divide both sides by 8. All three of the numbers by 8. Oh, what is going on there? Divide that by 8 as well. Okay, so we have 16 divided by 8 is going to give us 2. 40 divided by 8 is going to give us 5. And 56 divided by 8 is going to give us 7. Okay, lovely. Okay, guys, so that's basically simplifying ratios. It's very, very similar to simplifying fractions, whereas you need to find the biggest number that goes into all of the numbers, then just divide by that number. Okay, so that is simplifying ratios. I hope you guys have understood that clearly. If you have, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, then just give me a thumbs down if you really haven't understood, so I know that I need to do the video again and explain it in a better way. Thank you guys for tuning into Paul's Maths Labs, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.